Welcome to this channel, and in this episode we're going to add 14 cards to our all illustration art SI binder. I add cards from Gen 1 all the way to Generation 9. At the end of this video we'll have more than 500 cards out of the 1026 Pokemon in the binder collection. These are going to be 14 cards from Ascending Heroes. We got 1 SAR, 13 illustration rares. I'm real excited to see them put into the binder based on the generation. We're taking a break from Black Bolt, White Flare, Gen 5 era, and we're finally get to add some more to the other eras. So you'll get to see at the end of the video us adding these to our binder collection in each generation. Let's get right into this and see what we have for this episode. So the first card for this video, we're gonna have Magcargo. This is Ethan's Magcargo. You see, they're just basically up on a mountain. You see Ethan just looking out in the open. Super cool artwork. I have to mention, the price that you see on the screen for the card is the price I paid for shipping. Or actually, a lot of these cards I actually got from a trade. So you might see that I even got them for $0. So I just happened to get lucky, found someone nearby who was trading, and I had cards that I did not need, and we made a deal. So super cool. Looking forward to adding these Gen 2 Pokemon. There's a few of them for this in Ascended Heroes. Gen 2 is my favorite, so I really like to see that one get put together in the binder. Miss Drevius here. Really not too much of it going on in this artwork. You see this is pretty much a close-up, but we do have Miss Magius already in the binder. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that one is from Gen 4 and this one is much before it. Next we have Dustox. This is a Gen 3 Pokemon. Another neat artwork. I like how it's in the dark. You know, his name is Dusk. It makes me think of the Dusk. I don't know about you guys, but I do like, you know, seeing all these different designs for all these different Pokemon. They're coming together one by one. We will sleeve these up and put them in the binder at the end, so don't worry about, you know, I wanted to get the full view of the card on the screen, so I like seeing that. Here we got a Rotom. This is the fan Rotom. We already have a Rotom in the binder because I only made space for one Rotom in the binder. Next, we have Weavile, and I really like this artwork too. You see a bunch of Weaviles. Basically look like they're in an alley, but I really like Ice-type Pokemon. This one kind of looks demeaning, and whoever made this artwork, Imanori, super cool design, and I really like it. Shout out to him. Next, we're gonna have Togekiss. They kind of could have done a little bit more artwork on this. I always like using Togekiss in the game. You know, it's a Gen 4 Pokemon. You know, there's not a lot of fairy type Pokemon that evolve twice, so I've always really liked Togekiss in the game. It almost feels like Togekiss deserved like an SIR. And the card probably would have looked way much cooler than what this one looks like. Next, we have Galarian Obstagoon. This one is a Gen 8 Pokemon. Nice design. It's a very cheap card for, you know, the design. I think it looks pretty good. Just maybe a lot of people don't like Galarian Obstagoon. I always thought it was kind of good. It's also good in the Go Battle League in Pokemon Go. If you want to be my friend on Pokemon Go, I put the code, I got 2 accounts, at the description of my video. Alright, next we got Larry Staraptor. I think this Staraptor is another Gen 4 type Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. Larry, he is a gym leader in Generation 9, I believe it is. Maybe it might be 8. Kinda could have done this Staraptor a lot more cool of an artwork, but you know, it does look pretty good. And the trainer is nice to have a little feature. You know, a lot of these do have a trainer feature. This one does too. This is Hops Trevenant. So we get to add another ghost type in the binder. Love the ghost type Pokemon. Another one. Next we have a Salazzle. Not too crazy of a design here. See a evolved evolution. See it sitting on a tree. So I did buy a lot of these cards, other than the trade ones, for the cheaper ones from Ascended Heroes, because, you know, can't really lose much if the price changes of the card, for the card. Next one here, we get to add a Gen 1 Pokemon. We got Dugtrio. See, Team Rocket's Dugtrio. I didn't know, maybe I did know Giovanni had a Dugtrio, but you see Team Rocket in the background. We got Dugtrio digging through some tunnels. Really like this artwork, super cool. And pretty affordable too. Next we have a Gen 2 Pokemon, Hitmontop. Love Gen 2, like I already mentioned. I love Hitmontop. You know, it doesn't evolve, but I like the design of this. They do not have a Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee illustration art rare, so those still have to come in the future. But I love adding another Gen 2 Pokemon to our binder. 2 more cards here. Next we got Carbink. Not too much to say about this one. I think this Carbink is a Gen 6 or Gen 7 Pokemon. I always get those ones kind of combined, but another cool one. In the final card for this video, we have an SAR, and yes, we did get this in the trade. Part of the trade was for my Greninja EX, that was from the collector's box. I did not need that card because I already had the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade in the binder. So I traded that one, and we got Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Like I said, there's not many fairy type Pokemon that evolve 3 times. This one, Grimmsnarl, is a fairy and dark type. It's a cool design. Marnie's a pretty popular trainer. And I like to add that one in the binder. Now we will sleeve each one of these cards up and add them to our binder collection. Let me know which one of these cards you like the most. This is our all illustration art SIR binder, which has increased a lot in value over the last couple months. The first card that we're gonna add to Gen 1, and the only one for this video, is Dugtrio. So here it is, going into the binder. I only collect English cards. This is the one Japanese card I have. Yeah, the Growlithe is just so cool, so I put it in there for the Growlithe. I'll cruise on through here pretty quick because our next card is from Generation 2. That'll be Misdrevious. And that is the end of Generation 1. Looking for the Misdrevious spot, should be coming up any page. We got Amperous coming up in this set that releases here any second. Here is Misdrevious going to get added to a page with multiple cards already with the expensive Umbreon card. Got that one back in the day for like 150. And the next card that we're looking for is gonna be for Magcargo. So there's our Magcargo card. No Slugma yet, pre-evolution. A lot of cards on this second page right here. I'm gonna fix this Houndoom. Love the artwork for those two. And then one page over, we're gonna add our Hitmontop right here in the middle. And that is gonna be it for Generation 2. Love seeing these 3 next to each other. Plus we already have the legendary beast. We need that Pupitar. When's that one coming? And then we do have some trainers for Generation 2. Generation 3. We're gonna look for our Dustox spot, which will be right here. Finally adding some more cards to Generation 3. Love Generation 3. And then that'll be the last one I think for this binder because we don't start Generation 4 until the next binder. There is several more cards I need from Ascended Heroes. And we're wrapping up Generation 3 now. A lot of cards here at the back half. This is the same artwork as that Rotom. The same artist has to be. Looks very similar. Looking forward to completing the line for Metagross. We do have Latios, Groudon. Looking forward to seeing a Kyogre card in the future. And up here on the top right, we're going to add our Staraptor. So there you can see the pre-evolution. That Starly card came out a while ago. And then the next one we're going to look for is a spot for our Weavile. Still need the Badoo. And there's the Miss Magius. That card has increased a lot recently in value. Just based on the market is pretty insane right now. Can't really predict everything that goes on. And here's our Weevil spot. Again, love that artwork. Our Weavile. And then right on the other page, we'll add our Togekiss next to a pretty busy page over here with the Glaceon, Leafeon. We got the Probo Pass. And then here's our Rotom. So that's the regular Rotom. Now we got the Fan Rotom. Don't really have space to add it on there because with that Cynthia Ambition card, it's the last one on this page. And this is Gen 5. Gen 5 is more than 80% complete. I do have the cards to complete Generation 5, but they are not presently with me. They are at another location. So we're gonna have to wait to get those in hand and finish Gen 5. But it is cool, look at that. 18 cards all in a row. The next card that we're gonna add is gonna be Carbink, which is not here. A lot of Gen 6 cards are in perfect order. And Carbink does not go on this page. Carbink is gonna go on this third binder. Yes, it takes 3 binders. I'm considering getting bigger binders, so it only takes 2 binders for this collection. And look, we do have the Trevenant right here. And Trevenant goes right here. First card added to that page for Generation 6. And looking for our Salazzle spot now, Generation 7. And Salazzle goes right here. Putting Salazzle in the binder now. We now completed the top row right there for Generation 7. We're gonna move all the way to Generation 8. Looking for our next card, which is gonna be Grimmsnarl right here. And Grimmsnarl and Obstagoon will go right here. And that is gonna be all the 14 cards added for this video. We will do a consolidation video in the next one just so you can see the entire binder collection. Thank you all for watching. That's gonna do it for this video. On the screen now you can see how much we spent for each generation, how much our collection costs so far, how much the average cost per card for each generation. So if you wanna build this binder just like this, or this binder collection, you can do it too, just seeing how much it costs me. Although I did start a couple years ago, so the cards have gone up a lot in value. I think our next video is gonna be a consolidation so you can see how much we've spent for each generation, and then see the whole collection together, and you can see how much the value has increased since I purchased these cards. You know, it's been such a fun collection so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out next for these SARs and Illustration Rares. That's all I have for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.